We are all just so busy. There's so much going on in our everyday lives. Who has the time to get really involved? And what can one person really do anyway? There are so many problems: wars, unemployment, poverty, sickness. How can we make a difference anyway? My teacher, Rabbi Brad Artson, points out that this week's Torah portion, Matot Maaseh, speaks in the language of its own age to this very important and timeless question. Our Pasha addresses the legal issue of the nullification of vows. It records the ancient law that a woman's vows can be nullified by her husband, provided that he cancels her vows immediately upon hearing them. If he delays in silence, her vow becomes irrevocably binding. While as modern day Jews, we are of course troubled by the power of men to override the vows of women, it is also striking that the Torah insists that the husband either uses his power instantly or loses it forever. Why? After all, if he has the authority to nullify her vow, then why can't he just choose to exercise that power later on? The answer given by the Talmud is that silence is like consent. Once the husband knows what his wife has sworn, he becomes a participant in her oath. At that point, he can either eject immediately, disassociating himself from her words and thereby nullifying them, or he can remain silent, which effectively links the husband in the vow. Silence is consent. Rabbi Artson writes, how often do we face acts of injustice or callousness with silence? A derogatory joke in our presence, an act of selfishness or cruelty, or simply reading a political impression in our newspapers or on the web. All these instances summon us to choose a side. We can either verbalize our opposition immediately, or through our silence, we become allies of the acts or words we despise. There is no neutrality. Silence is consent. Shabbat Shalom.